Hey guys, Tarke here, and I just thought I'd do a quick update on the Trapper. I'm not going to do any maps, I'm mostly going to be asking for some input. So I decided to go with the shield tree in the end, and if you look at the last video, I came up with a bunch of different trees. And I've actually been really enjoying Ice Trap. It's been freezing everything pretty consistently. I mean, we're just kind of doing early conquerors, like whites and yellows, but, you know, it's going alright. But I've had some interesting items drop, which has kind of thrown me a loop a little bit. I'm sticking with the Trapper stuff, but I'm not sure if I want to stick with this direction or put it into a different direction. So I got a Combs. It was like the first ritual I did in maps gave me a Combs on Deferral, and then I got it like 3 maps later, which obviously wants to put me in a certain direction. Now, currently, the only thing I've got with any form of links is a bunch of tabulars, which I'll probably start trying to double corrupt, and with traps, it's quite easy to get like +2, +4, even with like AoE duration, all that other stuff. So that might be a route I go down. But with traps, it's quite easy to make like 6-link, quite budget 6-link, either gloves or helmet through Shaper and Elder stuff. Because you can get trap mods on gloves, and you can get hypothermia and trap and mind damage and conk effect, and spell crit and all that stuff on helm. So it's quite easy to get like pseudo 6-links that way. So I could go for that route with the combs, or I could do combs and a staff, and I'm like, oh, well, if I'm doing that, maybe I should mess around more with fire and flamethrower trap, but I kind of really wanted to mess around more with ice trap. Then I got a anomalous flamethrower trap from my first blueprint, and that gives increased cooldown recovery rate, and it's actually possible to do pure cooldown traps. It was possible to do pure cooldown traps with just this, but then a couple of leaks ago, they added Hasty Reconstruction, giving cooldown recovery, which is 15%, and then there's another 50% cooldown recovery on Chain Reaction. So you can actually get like a lot of cooldown recovery and do like pure, just like cooldown traps. So if I wanted to, I could just do a pure anomalous flamethrower trap build. The only problem with that is it'd be pretty awkward to try and get a level 21 anomalous flamethrower trap in SSF. I could just stick to, I could just like get it to 20 and just corrupt it and see what happens. Best case scenario, I would get the 21-20. Second best would be it stays level 20, but it goes up to 23% quality. Worst case scenario is I would like lose quality, and then I'd be stuck with like a level 20, 17% qual. So yeah, that's something I may be considering doing. But I'm actually quite enjoying freezing things. I've also actually been collecting some just like pretty decent ES gear. Like keep in mind, we've only done like a day of mapping. I think I'm level 87 yet. I haven't got my Uber trials yet. I've only gotten 3. But we got a 440 without quality Var Regalia with ES recovery on it. And then we've gotten just a bunch of like pretty decent helms with like open crafts. This is like a 200 ES before quality helm with a solid resist to open suffix. This is open pre, so I could craft flat on that if I wanted to, but I wouldn't because that one's better. We've got this shield, which is really nice. This is tier 1 flat ES with the tier 2 hybrid ES, and then it's got tier 3 spell crit. If I got a null lightning, I could remove the lightning and then just craft percent energy shield, and that would just be like a really solid starter ES shield. And then I also have this, which is really nice. This is tier 1 flat, tier 4%, chance to block, int, and crit with an open pre, and I think this one's just actually just better than that one, because it's just, yeah. So we've just been picking up a lot of nice stuff, and then this one was tier 2%, mana in, and that has an open pre, so I could just craft flat on that. That'd be a decent like starter pair. So we've kind of like gotten a decent-ish starter like ES thing, kind of like building up. I was thinking about maybe doing an ES tree. I also ID'd this, which this also goes to show like just how good the PoE2 gem system would be, because with the PoE2 gem system, it's the gems that have the links, not the armor. And the issue I have with the current gem system, this is a big reason why PoE is changing the gem system, is it means you kind of get locked into current pieces of gear. Like right now, I'm locked into using the tabular because I haven't got a 6-link. And this is a pretty good chest, But this isn't a good enough chest that I would 6-link it. But in PvE2, if I saw this, I'd be like, wow, I just ID'd a spell crit chest with an open pre that I could put a really cool crafted prefix on. That'd be sick. But like, it's not good enough that you would ever waste fusings on. So that's just kind of annoying. So yeah, that could be kind of cool. And then we've got a decent amount of clusters. So we've got some 8 points, 2 8-point spell damage and 8-point cold damage. I've got some 2-point lives, and I've got a bunch of 2-point ES. Haven't had any decent mediums drop yet. But they're just a bunch of options there. I've also had a bunch of just like pretty decent just ES jewels. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I want to. I'm just going to keep playing as is. But I am considering maybe doing some of the flamethrower stuff. The issue with the flamethrower is I would do a completely different tree. Because I'd be like chasing skill effect duration. I could swap from this current life shield tree to the ES tree pretty easily. This routing changes because you basically just come along this way and do a straight line across. In fact, I can just show it to you. I think I'd do a tree which kind of just look like that. Just jutting across. And this is what I think the flamethrower trap tree would look like. Obviously, this is capped out, but this was like with frenzies and jewels. I need to cut some stuff from it. Could even be tempted to maybe try and go for a double skill effect duration tree for flamethrower trap, because skill effect duration is really good with flamethrower trap because you can stack a bunch of them up and they last full duration, so you get some nutty single target. And also the Anomalous gem quality does reduce skill effect duration a little bit, so you kind of want to compensate. You might even want to just stay rooting left, and let's try let's try the tree going left, because we do spend a lot of points going hard right. So then it would be, and you kind of also want cast speed scaling. It's really good if you get the incursion gloves. If I had the incursion gloves, I would 100% be going for the flamethrower scaling, because you want to scale cast speed anyway, and then the cast speed also scales your throwing speed, and it's just like really nice synergy. And you naturally get a bunch of cast speed going this way. I'd be kind of tempted to go Heart of Flame. I don't know if I can actually fit Heart of Flame in, but we'll have a look, see. Boom. 6-1. Probably can't fit Heart of Flame. That's 201 life with a bunch of jewels. Has 1 skill effect duration cluster. You could go for the second skill effect duration cluster. If you get a Thread of Hope, you can also thread, which is really nice. I can't remember if it's a large or a very large. Add. The Thread of Hopes are pretty common. See, it's much nicer on the bottom one, because the bottom one hits that and it also hits good stuff over here. You do get the reduced mana reservation, which is okay. Does it hit dynamite? It doesn't hit dynamite. I mean, it hits. Would you ever do something kind of like... No, you wouldn't. Yeah, that one's not as good. No, that one's better. And that was... Which one was that? That was the large. And out of interest, what does the very large look like there? The very large hits those two. It hits the full hide killer wheel, and it hits Harrier, which is kind of nice. That one does get... No, it doesn't get dynamite. Interesting. Yeah. It's kind of interesting, but eh. Just that as a tree might be the play, actually. By going left instead of going right, you get a lot more car speed because you get 5%, 10%, 15%, 15% plus that, which I didn't have before, 23%. You lose out on 2 frenzies, and then you have to anoint this node to get the frenzy charge generation. So you get more castle going this way. You also get more damage generally because you get all the crit multi, which is nice. And the spell damage and a higher consistent crit chance. It's really annoying that there isn't trap cooldown recovery stuff on cluster jewels. I thought that was a real missed opportunity. They should, if they ever go back and update them, they should definitely add cooldown recovery on that. I think that'd be a really nice addition. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Would you be more interested in seeing ice trap updates, or would you be more interested in seeing pure flamethrower stuff? The advantage of doing a pure flamethrower build, and yeah, I probably would do the left tree actually, rather than the right tree, because it saves me a bunch of regrets that I currently don't have. But otherwise, yeah, this is where I'm at right now. If I stick with this one, it's just filling in life. I got all my claw damage. 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, 6 points of life to go. Let me know what you think. What would you rather see? Ice trap freezing bosses, or 100% uptime on a flamethrower trap and just be a pure flamethrower trap build? I'm Tarke. Have a good day. Bye-bye.